I think it's important to understand that it's not a race. Life is not a race.
Hi guys! Welcome back again to Iza's Diary! Yes, thank you so much to all the viewers of my previous vlog. I really appreciate, guys, your support and of course, your pulot of the day, your takeaways. Ayan, I'm so happy na tayong lahat natututo tayo together through this episode. Ayan, through this series. All right, so sa mga nakapanood na ng previous vlogs ko, thank you so much. Sa mga new subscribers ng channel ko, I personally welcome you to SYF family. To all the new viewers out there, hi, my name is Iza and welcome to Iza's Diary. Here in SYF, we feature the adventures of a simple achiever like me, which focuses on youth, faith, self-care, and life in general. We are still in the same series, BYBU Unique, which features different people close to me with extraordinary stories to tell that you may find helpful, relevant, and inspiring. So if you want to learn with me and join our kwentuhan session, you are very welcome to stay until the end of this video. So yes, hi again guys and welcome to my channel. So today I have a new guest and she's really close to my heart. She's one of my close friends in college, my constant friend, my lahat na. Ayan, so let us all welcome Ate Celine.
Hi! Hi, Isa, and hi, viewers of this channel.
Yes. Ate Celine, please introduce yourself to our viewers. A little bit background of yourself and what hobbies do you like, and yeah, the roles you have at the moment.
Okay, so I'm Celine, as Isa mentioned. Hobbies, I have reading. I also recently this summer break, I started doing some snorkeling, which I really loved. Also cooking, of course, and I'm also a plantita.
Wow, grabe. Ang daming mga na-accomplish na ngayong summer break ha, Ate Celine. And I love the part na nag-snorkeling ka na. Na-apply mo na yung mga lesson natin sa sa site. Yes. Oh my gosh. So, Ate Celine, how are you? And ano bang nararamdaman mo ngayon?
I'm okay. I'm just feeling a little bit under the weather because recently I had my second dose of vaccination. Yay, get vaccinated, guys. When you can, please. And I'm just feeling just a little bit sick, but overall, I'm happy, so happy to be here, and I'm really excited to see you today.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much, Ate Celine. And I'm so happy that you already got your vaccine, di ba? Fully vaccinated na.
Yes.
Kasi yan naman talaga ang goal natin, herd immunity for our country. Yeah. So, katulad ng sinabi ni Ate Celine, guys, kapag nabalitaan nyo na mayroong bakuna na sa lugar nyo, i-push nyo na. Oo. Wag na kayong magdalawang isip pa. Right, Ate Cel?
Tama.
Yes. Okay. So, Ate Celine, I believe that we are both ready na for our first part.
Yay!
Okay, so Ate Celine, are you ready?
Be unique!
Oh my God! Guys, nakita niyo ba yon? Super excited na siya. So, Ate Celine, this part is what we call just chilling. Ayan, yun yung title natin dyan. And as the title itself, no, mag-chill lang tayo. At simulan na natin sa pag-throwback ng ating mga memories together. So, Ate Cel, do you still remember how did we meet? Paano nga ba tayo nagkakilala?
Actually, I don't really remember how exactly we met. But I know I've always, like you said, we're classmates. I've always seen you in class. Kasi like in the beginning, we had our own groups naman talaga, right? Like
Yeah.
as is the case in every school setting, right?
Mhm.
But I remember thinking to myself that I've always wanted to be friends with you. Like I've always been curious and I always wanted, I don't know, like kasi parang you gave off this parang vibe that I want to be, but I want to surround myself with,
Wow.
especially in college. So
Mhm.
yeah, I always wanted to be friends with you, but I don't remember Isa. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's
Before you
okay.
remember, can you tell me because I forgot.
Okay, sige. I'll tell you. Kasi ate sa, I remember, di ba nga magkaklase tayo. Tapos, the first time I met you, there's something, parang curiosity in me ang ganda-ganda niya. Parang, hindi lang yun outside beauty. Ayan, I can feel, I can sense na parang ang bait-bait niya. Ayan.
Aww.
And then, one time, pauwi na tayo nun kasi first day of class, we all know na mabilis lang yan. Parang
Mhm.
kilalanin mo lang yung profs mo, subjects mo for the day. So, nagkita tayo sa cafeteria. Ayan. And you are with your group of friends back then. And then ako, parang nilapitan na kita kasi I want to be friends with you. And then sabi ko, hi, hello, ganyan. Kasi napansin ko na ang active mo na agad sa class, first day pa.
Really ba?
So, and then I asked you na, uy, nakakatuwa ka, ganyan. I'm so inspired. Akala ko pa nun, Ate Seth, magka-age lang tayo. Kaya yung pakikitungo ko sa'yo, parang, ka-age, ganyan. Walang po, walang honorifics, ganyan. So, parang, diba? Tapos doon ko na-realize na, ate ko siya. And I'm so happy na I have an ate kasi I always dream of having a big sister na ka-blood ko kasi I have two older brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yun, parang
You're the only girl sa...
I'm the only girl and I'm the youngest.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
So, yeah. Pero I have a cousins naman. Mga babae, ganun. So, thank God kasi I found one. I found it
Aw.
in my school.
Thank you, Isa. Thank you.
And it's really good to throw back some of our memories together at the city. Ate, what's your first impression? Ayan,
First impression of you.
Yeah, first impression of me.
That you're very studious. Like that you're very responsible and that you're the type of person who works hard for her goals. And that's really why I wanted to be friends with you. Kasi parang I want to surround myself with people who would inspire me to do better also in class, diba? So parang sabi ko, is Isa, gusto ko siya maging friend kasi parang siya yung type na good influence. So, and I also felt like, I would learn things from you because the way you answer in class, yung mga ganon. Like, kasi I think maybe let's just say this now na we really just started being close nitong pandemic na di ba? Nitong nag-shift to online. So, but prior to that, I would notice na yun nga, parang you're dependable. Tapos parang ang saya mong maging friend kasi parang you're always smiling. Tapos parang I see the way you care about your friends, the way you call them, the way you treat them in class. And I wanted to have that also for myself, Parang, medyo nainggit ako. And I was like, oh my God, sana maging friend ko siya.
Oh my gosh, Ate Celine, I didn't expect that na may ganun kang feeling. Grabe, parang same lang kasi tayo na ganun ako towards you. That's my first impression din na I was really inspired the first time I met you din na gusto ko maging kaibigan na kita agad. Kasi I believe na you will inspire me more. Ganun. And I need some people na like you din. Na merong goal-oriented, may paninindigan. Wow, ang lalim. Yeah, that's it. And of course, words of wisdom. I believe na punong-puno ka nun. So, yeah.
We'll see.
It's basically our first part, Ate Celine. And I believe that you mentioned some of our favorite memories together. Yeah, especially when we are in class, together with our classmates, same group of friends. Ayan. So, I'm really, really grateful that you're one of my friends.
Thank you, Isa. Me too. Me too. I've really grown to treasure our friendship a lot. And I just want to add, other favorite memories would be siguro yung, no, definitely yung mga conversations natin, like from school, tapos magiging conversations about life, like sometimes our chika over phone call, yung mga ganon. So,
And I
yeah, I
still
really love it.
remember na nagpa-consult ako sa'yo about my crush.
True. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
At wag na nating i-mention yung dito atin.
Siguro after nitong vlog, maybe we should talk about it.
Yeah,
I give an update.
yeah. May part 2 pala. Ayan. But yes, that's basically the first part. And I believe mas marami pa tayong mapag-uusapan. So let's now proceed to our second part, which is the heart of the matter. So Ate Celine, are you ready? Be you?
Be unique.
Oh, so cute. I love it. Okay, so Ate Celine, since our topic today focuses on adulting, what's unique about being adult? Yes, and for the viewers out there, Ate Celine is an adult na already, but she's really alam mo yun, mabibo and masayang kasama. Ayan, kahit mas matanda siya sa akin. I can feel the sisterhood sa aming dalawa. What is your favorite part of being a teenager?
Favorite part of a teenager? Siguro, I would say definitely because I lost my grandmother, whom I grew up with. I was really, really close to her, my Lola. I lost her during my teenage years. So I would say my favorite part of my teenage years would be, the time I spent with her. And kasi when I was a kid, like she would always take care of me. Tapos nung medyo teenager na ako, like I get to save a bit more from my baon, right? Sometimes I would buy her favorite mamon, yung mga ganon. From Red Ribbon. That's her favorite. And Goldilocks also. So yun, like if I would go to the mall with my friends, which I started doing a lot in my siguro mga late teenage years na. Like we would hang out after class, ganun magkakayayaan to go to the mall. And when I'm on my way home, I would pass by Goldilocks or Red Ribbon to get her something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's really one of my most favorite parts of being a teenager because I remember I would still feel like I'm a kid, like didn't I wasn't an adult, but also I wasn't a kid yet. So it's good to be able to do something to the people,
Yeah.
for the people who took care of me when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow, very sweet of you naman. Kasi you really take good care of your Lola when she was still alive. No? And it's really nice na may mga ganong memories, especially when we throw back these times na, uy, grabe, nung teenager ako, ganito yung mga ginagawa ko.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's really heartfelt na feeling. So yes, pero speaking of teenage years, Ate Celine, I believe that dumaan ka rin sa ganitong stage na meron kang mga nararanasang stress, conflicts, while growing up. So may I ask Ate Cel, how did you handle those kinds of situations? Ano yung mga ginawa mo to cope up and to be where you are right now?
Wow, that's a hard question.
Okay.
No, but when I look back and think about the stress and the conflicts that I experienced during those years, there were quite a few. There were some personal ones, that involved my family, for example, of course, the loss of my grandparents, and of course, yung school, like it's a really tricky time in our lives. At least for me, like you're in high school, tapos may mga cliques, and then of course, like there will be people you won't get along with, and of course, it's part of the stress and conflict. There's a bit of bullying there, and there's the subjects that you really, really did not understand, and you don't know why you
Not to mention, math ba? Isa doon?
yeah, mga advanced algebra.
Oh my gosh.
How did I handle them? I guess I, I really don't know also. I remember there was a time when kasi parang bago pa lang yung desktop yata, no? Ano ba yan? Parang lumalabas yung age ko. Yung mga, always be on my computer, my desktop. Tapos, nagpe-play pa ako ng yung mga burned CDs, yung mga ganon, yung mga bine-burn na CD. Tapos, I made this parang poetry, I think. And then it was questioning, parang very existential siya na, sino ba ako? It was in Tagalog. I don't even remember anymore. But I remember.
You still have the copy of it?
No, I don't anymore. But I remember it was entitled, Sino ba ako?
Oh.
I was really into Filipino that time because I was taking it up in school. I was studying it. But I remember my mom, when she read it, I guess she went through my files on the computer and she read it, and she was concerned. Like, sabi niya, what are you going through? Like, bakit ganito yung mga sinusulat mo, mga ganon. So I guess, like, in terms of how I handled the stress, I think I just sort of went with it. I just sort of went with the flow. I'm sorry if it's not some grand, like way that I coped, but it was just taking it day by day.
Yeah.
The
very least that we can do.
Yes. And finding something that you look forward to. I had some good friends also in high school. I also had my cousins whom I was really, really close with. So those things, like there would be, I feel like some of my teenage years were very, very sad. And yeah, so sometimes I think I felt alone, I guess. But yeah, I handled it not in a grand way, like I didn't have the answers then because I was young. And that's okay. It's fine that I didn't know yet what to do. But I think what's important is that, I kept going. I found a way to also release my emotions by listening to music, very emo music, I remember, and writing, spending time with people who mattered to me,
Yes, and I think, Ate Sel, those are a very effective way then to cope up. Because it's one way then for me to release then my stress, to manage my situation, is to, reflect, write down, ganyan, and talk to a friend na mapagkakatiwalaan. So yeah, and I believe na some of the teenagers nowadays, they can also relate with what you said na they also experience gloomy days, di ba, na parang sobrang sad or parang hindi mo lang ma-explain pero ito yung nararamdaman mo. Or minsan naman super excited ka, ganyan. Pero minsan you're discouraged. And I think it's okay. It's okay to feel that. Kasi dun mo mas ma-realize kung ano yung dapat mong gawin. And it's one way of the process of maturity.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And diba, like we always say also that we go through these things to be the person that we're meant to be. And if it weren't for those things that I experienced and I went through, I wouldn't be here today, really.
Mhm.
Thinking about it, siguro, yeah, I wouldn't appreciate the things that I have now and
Mhm.
the people who are with me and the relationships that I've made. So, yeah.
Yes. And you mentioned earlier, Ate Sel, na ito nga, yung mga na-experience mo before, it became your foundation then of who you are right now. So, when did you realize that you are already an adult? Na, oh my gosh, wait lang, hindi na pala ako teenager. I'm already an adult and I have these new priorities, new roles, nagbago na, ganyan. So, when is that time, ate, na na-realize ko na yun?
Um, I think, of course, there are the usual markers that you start paying your own bills, you start doing your grocery, you have to work, you have to, like you can't just buy everything kasi you're working with a budget now kasi ito lang this is all the money you have, like there are those things. And of course, that's usually, I think, what we see also on popular media na like how to adulting, like stuff like that. And it would it would contain like tips on budgeting and financial planning and time management. But for me, I think when was it that I realized that I was an adult na talaga was when my decisions really impacted me na. Like
Mm.
when my decisions would mean that I will be in this job for the next few years or the next year, you know what I
Mm.
mean? And also that when I started taking care of other people, um, what I mean is I also took care of my sister like when we were growing up because as I've said earlier, my our Lola passed away and our mother had to work also, and there would be days na it would just be us at home. There'd be months that it was just us. So I think that's also when I realized, even though I was really young at that time pa, like, but I was already in my teenage years and I realized na, yeah, okay. Parang I'm an adult na kasi I have to wake up early for her also. I have to make her breakfast. I have to make sure that she gets to do her homework. And I have to do the same things for myself as well. So I guess for me, it came a bit early
Mhm.
because of the structure of our family also.
Mhm.
But, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a perfect adult also. Like, I haven't perfected it.
You're still in the process.
Yeah, and then I still need another adult to guide me through life because
Yeah.
I can't do it alone.
Yeah. And it's better if you have someone naman talaga to guide you and to support you. Yes. And yes, Ate Sel, kanina nasabi mo na uh, the moment you realize that you are already an adult is when you started to take care of other people as well. Na hindi na lang ikaw yung iniisip mo. And if I'm not mistaken, pag-aralan din natin to sa site na habang tumatanda tayo, we became more selfless. Na mas na-appreciate na natin yung parents natin, mas na-appreciate na natin yung mga taong nasa paligid natin. And we get to mature and yes, decide on our own. Stand firm with our own decision.
Yes, exactly, Isa.
Okay. So yeah, and speaking of adulting, Akusel, so far, what's the greatest lesson of being an adult?
The greatest lesson of being an adult for me would be humility, I think. To
Wow.
be able to, because at least me, when I was in my teenage years, I was a bit arrogant eh. Like, not arrogant na, alam mo yun, my arrogance was in that, like, I felt like I knew everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially nung mga, nung when puberty hit, tapos, I started having more friends. And, syempre, I would see them pinapayagan sila to go out of, like they would go out, hanging out with their friends, going home late, yung like, stuff like that, diba?
Curfew na.
Yes. So parang I thought like for a while that I knew everything and I can do everything. That's what I thought na kasi I'm na syempre coming from grade school, 'di ba? Tapos of course you go to high school and then you're older, so you think na, ay, hindi, kaya ko na to. Like, I can feed myself, marunong ako magluto, I can cross the street, I can go home on my own, marunong ako mag-taxi, like, stuff like that, kasi wala pang Grab before. So, like those things, and parang, I don't know, parang kapag pinapagalitan ka, like, meron times na you would answer back. Kasi nga feeling mo, alam mo di ba? Feeling mo, alam mo yung what's best for you. But then like, being an adult, like being in the stage of my life has taught me na, no, I don't know everything. And no, I cannot do everything. And okay, maybe today this is what I think about something and I believe this, firmly, and I would defend this over and over. But then like, there would be days na you will be presented with a different perspective and then you will see na, ay, hindi pala yung hindi pala yung perspective ko lang yung tama or hindi pala ito yung way or meron palang better things to do this, So that's what adulting taught me, and that's been my greatest lesson. And especially going back to school at this age, and seeing that, of course, I already have some work experience, and I already have, I've already experienced some things in my life that you guys, your age, diba, you haven't experienced it yet. But I also know that there are things that I can learn from you. There are things that I don't know, but you do, So that yung humility and knowing that yung being able to change also my perspective or stand on something when I know that there are better ways or there are different ways to do it as well.
Yes. Yeah, I really like listening to you, Ate Sel, kasi I always have this feeling na pag nakikinig ako sa'yo, may natututunan ako. So, yeah, you mentioned kanina na humility. And I guess it's one of the lessons I also learned from you. If you can observe kasi before, mahiyain ako sa class. Parang nag-hesitate ako magtanong, ganyan. Or if I have questions, like I will ask first my seatmate, ganyan, or my classmate. Pero when I get to know you more, doon ko rin na-realize na wala palang masamang magtanong. Hindi pala masamang sabihin mo na, ay, hindi ko po kasi alam. Or hindi ko maintindihan yung ganyang topic or ganitong situation. So, being an adult, and if you get matured na, doon mo mas nare-realize pala na the more you are humble to ask for help, to ask for guidance, the more na matututo ka pala.
So, yes, parang you're opening yourself up, diba? You're kasi if you think if your mind is so close na parang no, ito lang, or like no, ayoko magtanong kasi nakakahiya, or like if you're just dismissive like that, you also don't give yourself the chance to grow and to learn and to connect with other people.
Being youth, being a teenager, sometimes nakaka-affect yun sa isang tao na kapag bata pa lang sila, gusto nila ma-achieve na agad lahat ng dreams nila, lahat ng goals nila, na overnight, kung pwede overnight, makuha na nila ang lahat yun. Parang, pwede ba bukas adult na agad ako? Kasi parang ang ganda maging adult, magiging independent ka na, free ka na sa curfew ng parents, free ka na sa pagpapagalit, kasi ikaw na yan, ganyan. Pero Ate Sel, what do you think it is important to slow down and enjoy your youthful years? As an adult, bakit ba mahalaga na dapat i-enjoy mo lang yung pagiging kabataan mo? Huwag mo mamadali.
Well, I mean, as cliche as it sounds, you only get one shot at life, eh, diba? So parang you're
Mhm.
only gonna do this once. Why? And this 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 is in hindsight na rin. Kasi, like, I wouldn't have thought of this when I was your age or younger, di ba? Like, I would
Mhm.
also think the same na, I was thinking the same na I want to be an adult, I want to have work, so I don't have to ask for money, and I
Yeah.
don't have to, I can buy whatever I want, I can go
Mhm.
home at whatever time I want, and I can dress up however I want.
Mhm.
And, that's really how I saw it before, but then like you get to that point and you kind of start missing then yung I wish someone took care of me pa. I wish I didn't have to budget this. I wish I didn't have to do the grocery. I wish I can buy more sa grocery kasi I don't have to work with my money, like stuff like that. And um on the topic of wanting to be everything that you want overnight, I did feel the same also. But it didn't happen, and it cannot happen. Like those are, yung mga overnight sensation or overnight, I mean, those are, I guess, exceptions to the rule, and I'm not even sure if they can sustain their success overnight,
Mhm.
diba?
Yeah.
I mean, life is really about the journey. Like it's not just the destination. I mean, we're all
Yes.
headed to the same thing, diba? We're all going there.
Mhm.
Some of us sooner, some of us later. So I think it's important to understand that it's not a race. Life is not a race. Um, Look at me. I'm how much older than you, and I'm in college right now. And of course, sometimes, and before, especially before I went to school, I had my insecurities. Now, oh my gosh, my friends, they're professionals, they're doctors,
Mhm.
they have careers, and recently also some of them are getting married, having
Mhm.
kids, and me, I'm
Mhm.
here. I have two cats, and taking up experimental psychology, theories of personality, stuff like that. But um yeah, like we we all have our own, like
Wish
not
list, like hopes.
time, like we all work on our own time, eh? And
Yeah.
God has his own plan for us.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
he has, like I've gone back to reading my devotionals every morning, and this is also what I read today. I think na yung you have to trust God because He has plans for you. Like you don't compare. You don't look at the other person and say that, oh, why is the other person already this? Like bakit siya, like meron na siyang sariling house and
Mhm.
car and kids, and me, I'm still here. Like it's, di ba, like we are all unique, we are all different with each other, and I think that's what makes life beautiful, eh, di ba?
Yes.
Would you want to be the same as the next person? Di
Mhm.
ba? Like you are experiencing life differently. You have your moments, and you have, of course, you have your downtimes, you have your
Yes.
stresses, but
Yes.
all these are part of life, and it's important that we don't lose sight of the journey.
Yes.
It's important that we don't lose sight of the process of it.
Mhm.
And we have to remember that, again, it's not a race. Life is not a race because we're all going to the same thing. We're all going to end up 6 feet under. Diba? And so we just have to make the most out of our time here by doing what we love, spending time with people we love, and, you know, being as happy as we can.
Mhm. Exactly. And yes, Ate Sel, I would like to add lang some of my thoughts and realizations then lately. As I have recommended to you a K-drama series,
Mhm.
Reply 1988, and I believe some of our viewers or most of them siguro nakapanood na rin ito. And I would like to share lang din ano ba yung mga realizations ko dun sa series na yun. Kasi it helped me a lot to appreciate my youthful years. Na oo nga pala, no, hindi mo kailangan madaliin yung process, yung pagiging youth mo kasi time will come na magiging adult ka na, magkakaroon ka na ng trabaho, magkakaroon ka na ng sariling family, ng own career mo. Pero when you look back, kamusta ba yung naging journey mo when you were still a teenager? Na-enjoy mo ba siya? O masyado mo ba siyang minadali? Naging memorable ba? And siguro regarding the time na you mentioned earlier, Ate Celine, we realize na we cannot control time. We
Mhm.
cannot fast forward time. We cannot pause time. We cannot stop the time. But the one thing we can do about the time is to enjoy the moment. Really, to enjoy the season that we are in right now, whether you're an adult, a young adult, a teenager, an adolescent, diba? Kasi later on, magiging history na lang yan. Later on, magiging memories na lang yan. Yeah, wow. Oh, grabe, ang ganda. Thank you so much, Ate Sel, for sharing that. And of course, sa ating mga viewers, I believe na some of them nakaka-experience din ng mga ganitong struggles, Ate Celine, ng mga ganitong, paano ba, siguro, yan, napag-aralan na rin natin sa site na during the adolescent years of a person, mas active yung hormones niya, nagkakaroon ng mga hormonal imbalance, like that. Pero science side yun. Pero today, Ate Sel, can you share some message, some advice to the teenagers out there who are too curious or too excited to be an adult already? Ano ba yung mapapayo mo sa kanila?
Um, well, first of all, I guess it's in our nature talaga that when we reach that age, that we want to have more freedom. And
Mhm.
for us, we think at that age that, having more freedom means that we have to be an adult, or that being an adult would entail more freedom. But remember that being an adult also comes with its own set of responsibilities. And like it doesn't, you like you said earlier, like we cannot fast forward, we cannot go back in time, diba? Like all we have is now. And really y- and really, like, that's what we can do, is to make the most out of what we have now. And
Yes.
while it's normal to be excited about being an adult, I think, and I know this is hard because, yeah, I'm having a hard time because I'm trying to remember who I was, or like what I was feeling at that age. And like you said, with the hormones and everything, diba? Like it's really hard to reason out sometimes with teenagers.
Yes.
But if you're really curious and excited, maybe you can ask your parents about some jobs around the house. For example, I think we had that before, yung parang we would clean like a certain part of the house, like around our teenage years, me and my cousins. Tapos like we would get some money out of it. Not big money, but some money for us to get snacks, yung mga ganon.
Yes.
Or
Guard.
yes, yes. Or if you guys have a family business, for example, maybe you can start helping out, diba,
Mhm.
doing small work and then getting something in return, just so you could also feel what it's like to be an adult. Kasi I'm pretty sure when you start experiencing it at that age, parang feeling ko babalik ka sa sa pagka-teenager. Parang you would rather stay at home muna and not have responsibilities. But of course, by all means, if you can experience it in that sense, go ahead, because it would also bring with it some important lessons that you can go back to when you reach your older years.
Mhm.
And really, at the end of the day, I would say just trust the timing of your life. You know, it's I have this belief kasi na parang belief, but like yes, I do believe that with God kasi like my path is already laid out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I know that God has plans for me, and I think that's also another thing that can make you a bit more calm about your teenage years and your life in general, even at this age. So yung having a good relationship with God and your faith, and knowing that you are taken care of. Yes, you have the ability to make decisions, but when you trust God and you make the right decisions, diba? Like it will happen for you.
Yes. Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow. Grabe, Ate Sel. I definitely agree sa mga sinabi mo. Like you, I also have faith in God that He has already planned everything before pa tayong maipanganak sa mundong to. Nakaplano na lahat. We will just, lalakaran na lang natin. We will just follow the path. No? And sometimes, kung masyado tayong pasaway, natututo rin tayo sa process. So yeah, thank you so much for that, Ate Celine. And I have a good news. That's the end of the second part. Wow, very, very beautiful part ng ating conversation is yun, marami tayong natutunan. So thank you so much, Ate Celine.
Thank you, Iza.
Are you ready, Ate Sel, for our last part? The challenge. Ayan. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you.
What's this?
Oh, so yes, Ate Celine, let's do the drill first. Are you ready? Be
unique.
Oh my gosh, consistent ang energy, guys. So I believe excited na si Ate Celine. So Ate Sel,
Let's just scared also.
Oh my
Ano
God.
kaya ito?
Huwag ka munang masyadong matakot. Ayan. Because our challenge is tongue twisters.
Tongue twister! Okay.
Oh my gosh. Ay, nakalakas mo na yan. O, sige, okay lang. So, I believe kayang-kaya mo to. So, you will just repeat the words and hanggang sa matakorek mo siya ng 3 times lang naman. 3 times na correct, good na yon. Okay. Okay. So,
I have to drink water first, Iza, ha? Wait lang.
Sure. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. Ayan. So, madali lang naman to, Ate Celine. You don't have to, prepare too much.
Okay, let's go.
And it's a challenge. So, medyo hinirapan natin. Tagalog na tongue twister.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready? Ito na siya. Our first word. Ayan. Kakaba. Okay, so you will just repeat it, Ate Sel, for 3 times. And then, tapos na tayo. Next na tayo. Okay? So, let me hear it, Ate Sel.
Kaba.
Okay, 1. Another.
Kaba.
Yes! One more.
Kaba.
Wow! Definitely. Correct yon. Love it. Okay, next word. O, hinga-hinga muna, Ate Sel. The next word is nakakapagpabagabag.
Parang ikaw mag-repeat kasi parang nalito ka rin, Iza.
I'm so sorry. Okay, take 2. 1, 2, 3. Nakakapagpabagabag. Ayan. Pero 3 times. Okay.
Alright.
Woo! Let's go, Ate Sel!
Alright, game.
Game.
Nakakapagpabagabag.
Yes!
Nakakapagpabagabag. Oh, there.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Oh. Woo! Let's go sa last. Last na to, Ate Sel. Ayan na, last one. Bituka, butika, butiki. Ayan. So, medyo faster. Bituka, butika, butiki. Ayan. And then 3 times. 3 times. Let's go.
Bituka, butika, butiki. Bituka, butika, butiki. Bituka, butika, butiki.
Ayan. Pasado na, Ate Celine. Thank you so much. Grabe, very sports si Ate Celine dito sa challenge natin. So, I hope nag-enjoy ka sa challenge, Ate Celine.
Yes. It was very, very good. Medyo
Tricky lang.
not as easy.
Yeah.
Especially yung last one. I thought it was gonna be the easiest. I thought, madali lang to. Pero medyo I was having a hard time na nung pag-second go ko.
Confusing na kasi.
Yes.
Yeah, pero wow, I'm so happy na game ka pa rin kanina sa challenge. Thank you so much, Ate Cel. So,
Also, Isa.
yeah. So, Ate Cel, for the final message na lang for all the viewers and for the BU Be Unique series na meron tayo.
Okay. What can I say? Again, like I said earlier, just trust the timing of your life. And I'm saying this, this is coming from someone who is much older than Isa. Mga ilang years ba, Isa, ang tanda ko sa'yo. And
Hindi natin i-mention at we heart lang at heart naman.
Yeah. And also someone who faced challenges in her life and who faced some delays in her life, like I said, going back to college, to school at this age, was very intimidating in the beginning, but trust that, like your life has a purpose.
Yes.
And trust the timing of it. Like, it's not, it cannot, it's not always that grand yung going back to school at this age. It can also be like yung friend mo na you see na parang, in my case, I would see that dahil nga I'm in college now, instead of working, they're making their own money and they're getting to buy more things, than I can afford right now, or they are getting married and things like that, having kids. But diba, like, sometimes I would feel like, oh my gosh, baka I'm late na rin. Like, parang, shucks, in how many years, ganito na ako, baka hindi ko na kaya yung ganon. But, at the end of the day, you have to also remind yourself why you're doing the things that you're doing, because it helps align your, di ba, parang, minsan kasi since we start comparing ourselves with other people, medyo nawawala tayo sa sa goal natin.
Yeah.
Yes. So at the end of the day, don't forget to, when you're lying in bed and you're praying, diba, like, talk to God and tell him again na, yeah, I'm here because I want to be this person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here because I want to reach this goal. So I know it's so easy to compare, and I know it's so easy na magmadali, especially in this age na parang everything happens so quickly. But treasure that time and enjoy the journey, and treasure also that time that you have with yourself, because as you get older, there will be more responsibilities also, and it will be harder. Parang it would be a more conscious effort na to spend time with yourself and to prioritize yourself. So yeah, just enjoy the journey, trust the timing of your life, and trust that God has a plan for you, because really, if anything, I am a testament to that, na talagang God has plans for us.
Wow.
So that.
Thank you so much for that, Ate Celine. Ako din, na-remind ako doon sa mga sinabi mo. Kasi I'm also here, not just the host of this series, but also a learner. And I'm so happy to learn from you today. Na, yeah, I agree with what you said, no, your message. Na, um, you should not try to be somebody else, but you should enjoy the journey papunta sa or destined to be. Diba? So yun.
It's
Thank you
okay
so much.
also, Isa, like it's okay also not to know who you want to be yet. It
Yeah.
took me a while also to know or to understand where I'm going with my life. So if you're around Isa's age or at any age and you feel like you don't know um, where you should go or what you want to be, who you want to be, just I guess keep exploring and keep doing the things that you love and keep getting to know yourself because it's not just us getting to know the world around us and the people around us, but it's also life is also about getting to know ourselves and enjoy enjoy that as well. Enjoy that process. Sometimes it can be painful, sometimes it can be boring.
Mhm.
But really it will really help you a lot in life as well. So yeah.
Yeah, yes, agree, definitely. So super, no? Thank you so much for that, Ate Celine. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you had your own takeaways from this episode. So please leave a comment down below because Ate Celine and I would really appreciate to know and read your takeaways, your realizations, the things that you learned from this episode. So for more fun learning and kwentuhan sessions with me, be part of our growing family by subscribing to my channel, SYF, and follow me on IG and FB at sheyzfab. Thank you again, Ate Celine, for inspiring us with your unique story. So here in BU Be Unique, we believe that your unique story makes you extraordinary. So as our series suggests, Ate Celine, can you do this with me? Be you.
Be unique. Thank
Thank you again, guys, for watching.
you so much. Thank you, Isa, for having me today. Thank you, guys. Like and subscribe and comment.
Bye, everyone.